Uso about to write his name in the history books. Uso splash. Cover.
Jey Uso has done it. He's finally conquered the ring and in order to capture the World Championship. And the whole crowd is going crazy. He's lived up to the billing and he's truly the main event now. But the hunter now must become the hunted. And as the Raw after WrestleMania rolls around, he's incredibly thankful. Man, I told everyone I was going to do it. And listen, I need to thank every single person that helped me along the way, man. Jey, no one is more prouder of you than me. You've done what no one thought you could do. Hell, you've done what a lot of people didn't even want you to do. To be honest, you've done something I've always wanted to do. And something that I think I could have done. But you know, things happened in that Royal Rumble and... Hey, listen, Sammy, say no more. I get it. You're my dog. But if you want a shot at this, then you got it, Oos. Anywhere, anytime. And Sammy, what happened at the Royal Rumble was an accident. But what happens when you come for the gold won't be. It's a little insight into Jey's mind when it comes to defending the championship. Friends might just take a back seat to keeping his spot. And with Adam Pearce liking the idea of Jey Uso defending the championship at Backlash, he sets up a #1 contenders match between Sami Zayn and Logan Paul. And it's Sami Zayn who barely escapes with the win in an unbelievable counter and finish to the match. But in typical Logan fashion, he's a sore loser and he assaults Sami during his celebration. He doesn't even want Sami to make it to Backlash, and Logan is absolutely all over him. Finally, someone comes to Sami's aid. It took a while, but Jey eventually makes his way out and runs Logan off. And Jey is still staying loyal. He doesn't want to let Sami be anything but 100% for Backlash in Mexico. And as the match arrives, it's clear that even though both are friends, the championship is what really matters. And the match is emotional and as competitive as you would imagine, with two superstars who are always driven by pure heart. They both need to know who the better man is, and both are willing to put their bodies through whatever it takes to win the title. But who is willing to take it a step further? Well, as the match is coming to a crescendo, we find out. Because Sami nails Jey with a suplex into the corner and then goes to the opposite side to finish the job. And Jey's title reign is about to be over before it even begins. Sami Zayn grabbed the rope, but the referee missed it. And Zayn is livid after the match. He's arguing with the referee. He's remonstrating, and the crowd can't believe what they're witnessing. And then he starts to look at Jey and he says, Jey, come on, man. You saw that. You saw I grabbed the rope. You saw it with your own eyes. And then the referee asked Jey, I didn't see it. If you saw it, you let me know, and I can request that the match restarts, but it has to come from you. Jey, can we just get a moment of your time? Everyone has got to know. Did you see Sami's hand grab the rope? Yeah, I saw something. I saw the referee's hand hit the 3 count. As far as I can see, Oos, that's the only thing that matters. John Cena. What's up, man? Hey, bad luck at WrestleMania against Cody Uso, but I respect your grind, man. You'll get 17. The GOAT don't rest. And Cena, somewhat wary, says, I appreciate it. But you can tell me, Jey, we've known each other a long time. Did you actually see Sammy grab the rope? And Jey gets frosty again, and he goes to walk off, but Cena stops him and says, don't end up like him, Jey. That championship, that power that comes with it, it's been a poisoned chalice for your family in the past. Don't let that power go to your head just like it went to his. But as I said, I appreciate the words of encouragement about getting number 17, and who knows, you might just be wearing number 17 around your waist as we speak. Jey decides he wants to take his frustrations out on an opponent, and that opponent is Karrion Kross. And while the crowd is still very much behind Jey, there is an element of doubt, especially when Scarlett gets on the apron to remove the turnbuckle pad, which gives Karrion Kross the chance to use it. But Jey avoids his head crashing off the steel, and the match continues. However, it's late in the match where another opportunity arrives, with the referee trying to eject Scarlett from ringside, and Jey runs Kross over and slams him off the exposed turnbuckle. He collapses down, and Jey goes up top, lands the Uso splash for yet another somewhat controversial win. But as Jey laps it up and holds the championship aloft, some people have a bit of a mixed reaction. Some are disappointed that he used it, but some are happy that Kross got a taste of his own medicine. But as Jey comes across Sammy on the entrance, he finds out which camp he's in. Oh, so I guess you didn't see the exposed turnbuckle, Jey? Huh? Must have missed that. What's wrong with you, man? Is Cena right? Is that thing going to your head? But Jey looks Sammy dead in the eye and says nothing. Sammy is stunned as Jey walks off, and he clearly wonders if he's seeing something that no one else is. He feels like he's going crazy. But Adam Pearce assures him that he's not and grants him a world title rematch after the controversial finish. And it of all shows, it's Saturday night's main event. And to say a cloud of speculation and intrigue hangs over this one is a vast understatement. No one knows how it's going to go, especially Sami Zayn, but it doesn't stop it from being a knockdown, drag-out classic. They know each other so well, and it shows at every single turn. But things do turn when Jey pulls the referee in front of Sami Zayn to luva kick, and they start circling each other in the ring. You gonna do it, Jey? You gonna take advantage, huh? It's tense, it's high emotion, and they collide in the middle of the ring with shot after shot after shot. Something has to give, and it does, as Jey flings Sammy into the corner. He wants a splash, but Sammy catches him, spins him around, and drops him on his head. And now Sammy knows it's time. Sammy is gonna finally get his moment. Referee slides in and sees Jey's hand on the rope. Sammy is livid. But then, as he turns, he sees Jey has climbed his way up into the corner, and he runs at him. But Jey moves, and the turnbuckle is removed. Sammy's knee gets destroyed on the exposed turnbuckle. Jey Uso had deliberately removed it. And then we see a side of Jey that many feared was ready to come out. Devastation. Jey decimates Sammy. Super kick after super kick. And the referee has no choice but to call the match, as Sammy can no longer defend himself. The crowd is shocked. But then we are shown that this power seems to be corrupting him like it did his family, and we see shades of the tribal chief. Cena runs off Jey, and it looks like Cena's 17th might indeed be around Jey's waist. And he gives the championship back to him, knowing full well he's coming for it in the very near future. But Jey isn't so quick to welcome the challenge as he comes out on Raw, not to any eating, but to pure booze. You all tried to tell me who I was, Zeus. You all thought you knew me. Nah. One thing you did was you created me. All the haters, all the doubters, everyone who tried to tell me who I was. You all said I was a catchphrase, an entrance, and now what? I'm still on top. But I'm not here to talk about you. You're not worth it. I'm here to talk about John Cena. He thinks he's just going to run up here and skip the line. Hell no. John, I know you're listening. You're earning this one, Oos. I want to see you work for this one. And if you do, I'll be waiting. But until then, Adam Pearce, you line him up and I'll knock him down like this. Jey rolls out the red carpet for John Cena to come and get number 17. But it won't be happening unless he earns the right, which he sets about doing by qualifying for Money in the Bank. A match that he's very hesitant to join, but he sees it as the last chance to get a shot at Jey and a shot at number 17. But will it even be Jey he's chasing? Because Adam Pearce indeed does line them all up. And he sets up multiple world title matches for Jey Uso. The first one is against AJ Styles, and as the referee is fixated on the now infamous turnbuckle pad, Styles is looking for a phenomenal forearm, but he gets blasted by a chair. Jey throws him in the ring and pins him to retain. He also defends against Ilya Dragunov, but once again, he stoops to the lows that are now becoming more normal every single time. But what really pisses the audience off is when he does the same to Penta, a man who has caught fire and has really taken the popularity that Jey left behind when he abandoned the audience. And it has the crowd begging for all of this to end, and it just might, because while all of this has been happening, the challenge that Jey laid down is answered by the living legend. You know, I hate to say I told you so, Jey, but here we are. That championship is a poison chalice for you, and it's been the same for your entire family this whole time. But it's not that you can't handle holding it. It's that you can't handle the thought of losing it. You'll abandon everything just to keep that. But most importantly, you'll abandon yourself. Not me, though. Because while you were painting your face and dancing to tribal drums, I was defending it night in, night out, and I never changed. I said it after the Royal Rumble when you broke my heart and you eliminated me. And I said that 17 isn't for me. 17 is for me to one day shake the hand of the person who wins 18. And that number means a lot of things, but most importantly, it means I was never afraid to lose the championship. But you are. Because you don't want to just become the other Uso again, do you, Jey? Shame on me for thinking you were different. Shame on me for thinking you might just do something your own way, but you won't. You're going to be Roman Reigns 2.0. And it's going to cost you the championship. You can believe that. Jey nails Cena with the championship, and he soaks up the booze. This change in Jey that has been from holding the power is all too familiar. But one thing he has underestimated is the resistance that he's about to face, because Cena is up. And then he looks down and says, I'm cashing in Money in the Bank, but not now. SummerSlam, New Jersey. You wanted some, so now it's time to come get some. Cena versus Uso is locked and loaded for SummerSlam. It will almost certainly be Cena's last crack at 17, but could it be Jey Uso's last chance to come around to his senses? Well, to make this crucial decision, to get advice on how to beat John Cena, he seeks special counsel. Jey, I'm glad you approached us. And if I'm honest, I think you're doing great. You're following the path we laid for you when this all started. This was always part of the plan. So just follow the plan. Jey seems to have his mind made up and he walks off, but he's followed and stopped by Jimmy, who says, "Jey, hey, wait. I know we're all good with Roman now, but you got here by being you. Don't try and be like him. Be Jey Uso. Or Cena might be right. It might cost you." It seems like even with special counsel, Jey is none the wiser on what to do. And as we turn for SummerSlam, it's still very much up in the air which Jey Uso we will get. Cena and Jey, a somewhat full circle moment, back one-on-one again for the first time since the Royal Rumble, where as Cena put it, he had his heart broken. And he looks to mend the heartbreak of missing out there and at WrestleMania by capturing number 17 here. But WrestleMania was also where Jey Uso filled the hearts of millions with joy. How things have changed. And Jey is taking advantage of the older and clearly slower Cena by using his speed. And he manages to land a spear on Cena. And this is now when Jey starts to get comfortable. And he's not himself. He starts talking trash. And it's very similar to one tribal chief. He's becoming something he fought hard against. Something he literally moved brands to get away from. Which started this entire thing. It's disappointing to see, but no one is more disappointed than Sami Zayn, who comes down to ringside and he's trying to get Jey to stop. But in yet another very familiar scene, Jey grabs Cena and starts hammering with shots continuously, relentlessly, and Sami is trying and pleading with him to let up. Even Michael Cole on commentary is trying to yell at the referee to stop the match. And now they're trying to tell Sami to throw in the towel that's at ringside. But Cena, while he's laying on the ground, is telling the referee no. He's telling Sami no. He knows that this is his last opportunity at number 17. But then Jey actually does let up. Sami can't believe his eyes. And Jey goes to a whole other level of savagery. He's completely out of control. The power has completely corrupted him. And as he's battering Cena, he's screaming at Sami to throw in the towel. He says, "Put him out, Us, before I put him out. Do it." It's a beautiful scene. The fans all over the world's hearts are filled with joy after the heartbreak of the journey. And it's a scene similar to that where Jey accomplished his dream, which is now the polar opposite. And it shows that it's better to be who you are than who you think you need to be. Stay true to yourself and never give up.